you know, inini dichuyamuno. Whenever different views about Zimbabwe. Some are saying it's very hard to live in this country. Some are saying it's easy, they are managing. Some are saying it's 50-50.
Yeah.
What's your take? I mean, how are you finding things?
I'm finding things a bit better.
Okay.
Maybe to say, depending on maybe what's with you, what are you doing, and, what is it that you want, and how you want your life to be, like maybe makaroda kuita nemashandiro nemawaniro auri kuita.
Okay.
So yeah, for me I think it's better. For me it's better.
Okay.
It's okay.
So why is it better for you? What have you done different?
Basically, I'm someone who's more into, you know, I can say I'm a hardworking person.
Hardworking person.
I just want to make sure that I get something for my pockets.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, basically, what I can say I've done is, you know, get along with technology, what's happening in the world,
okay,
get involved with the hike and everything. So
very good, very good.
For me,
okay. So, is this your main job? This in-drive thing?
No, it's not my main job.
Okay,
it's,
so this is your...
It's a part-time.
It's a part-time thing.
It's a part-time thing.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, what else do you do?
I studied tourism and hospitality management.
Okay.
So, I work at the airport.
You work at the airport?
At the airport, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Doing what, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a load controller.
Okay.
Yes.
So, that's your main job?
That's my main job.
Okay.
And I do this when I'm on off, my leave days and so forth. So
this is your side hustle?
This is my side hustle.
That's impressive. Because, you know, what I like about that is
yes,
you're not relying on one thing.
Exactly.
Because if you rely on one thing, then it doesn't work.
It won't work. It will not work.
Okay, it won't work. Okay, so tell me something.
Yes.
What about the people here that are really finding it so hard to live in this country? What would you think? What would you say the problem is?
The problem is what I can say. The problem is people want to rely on things that are easy.
Okay.
Everything doesn't come the easy way.
Right.
Want to make shortcuts and so forth. Then it doesn't work. Then they stuck around and say,
right. So they want easy life.
They want easy life, like okamari. And so forth and so on. At times, you know, you got to do those things on your own.
Right. No, I like that because, in fact, you know, this is the first time I've met you. I've never met you before, so yeah. I know people might be thinking I've told you to say certain things, or maybe you're leaning towards how I think.
Okay.
Because sometimes,
yes,
you know, life is tough, especially here.
Yeah.
So I like your attitude where you're saying, life is tough and you really have to go out there and make it work.
Exactly.
Yes. So, what about those who say, well, the economy is bad? The economy, that's a big one.
Yeah.
What about the economy?
When it comes to the economy, you just have to make sure that you don't get that attitude and resistant to change. Right? Okay. When they say we want to change certain things and then you become resistant to the thing you want to oppose and everything, it doesn't always go your way. Because when we talk about the economy, we're talking basically about the economy of the country, everything that involves with the country. Yes, of course. So when they say we want things to work this way, then you oppose, it will never go that way. So you're always, so the moment you start resisting, resisting where things need to go, then you are in trouble, basically. You're in trouble. Because how do you fight against the whole economy? Exactly. You can't even fight against the whole people, but the economy, that's worse. Okay, that's a fair point. Yes. So, what about those that say not everyone can hustle, you know? Yes. Those people are left behind now. They don't want to hustle. They went to university, they've studied, they dedicated their time, they got the grades. Yes. But don't you feel like those people are left behind now? I mean, and they are disadvantaged? Well, maybe to say when you become reluctant, right? In terms of say, yes, you went to school and everything, then you start saying, the degree will not work, I'm not gonna apply, there are no jobs, I'm not mabasa, and so forth and so forth. Keep going, keep trying now and again, because what happens is an opportunity comes with time, right?
I like that.
That's what I can say.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Things take time. Things come due to certain aspects, because an opportunity doesn't come like better opportunity, mangwana pane opportunity, mangwana pane opportunity. It comes maybe once in a lifetime, and when it comes,
it's a breakthrough.
It's a breakthrough. Exactly.
Okay. So tell me something. The way your perspective on life.
Yes.
Just generally from what I'm picking up.
Yes.
You are very optimistic and very positive. How did you get that way of thinking? Because from what I see, a lot of people are quite negative.
Okay.
Yes. How did that come about?
Well, basing on myself, maybe I can say since I studied tourism and hospitality management, you gotta be positive about anything, right?
Okay.
First things first, let's say taking for instance, you're working in a hotel, in a hotel institution. What happens is there comes somebody who's maybe said about certain things and everything, then you are the person who's serving that person, right? So you don't have to serve that person according to his or her attitude.
Okay.
You have to serve the person the way you always do to other people. Meaning to say, even that person shouts at you and everything, you gotta stay positive. Do what you gotta do best, right? Stay positive and make sure that he is satisfied, that person is satisfied in everything. Yes.
So I guess you are saying that is what helped you to shape this perspective in life.
So for me, I always want to stay positive and make sure that everything just goes in a nice way.
But I will tell you something.
Yes.
I would say, when you're a young man, I would say keep that attitude going, because when you are someone who's positive, you start seeing life in a different way.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You now start focusing on solutions.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're a negative person, you start seeing all the problems.
Exactly.
You get frustrated.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you don't really come up with any solutions anyway. So it's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So, if you don't mind me asking,
Yes.
the studies,
Yeah.
how were the studies? Was it hard?
For me, my studies were okay, except for there are always those tough times like this month will I make it? Then there comes the last part. Most of the people, they always fail at the end. You see the finishing line, then you say, let me reduce my speed. There was a dissertation. You could be glued to the post like each and every time you start to ask, is it what I wanted?
Yes, start doubting yourself.
Start doubting yourself. But at the end of the time, like no power sheet. So you gotta make sure you just cross the line and everything.
Okay. So now I see, from what I see, cars are very expensive here. How are you able to get a very nice, in-condition car like this?
Well, for me, before the schooling thing and everything,
yes,
I was doing forex trading.
Okay, forex trading.
Forex trading. That's what I was doing, like as something that I was just doing for the sake of getting some, as a college guy, trying to make ends meet and everything.
Okay.
Of course, you'll be having the backup of your parents, but at times there are certain things that you need that you can't even ask from them.
Of course.
Exactly. You can't say, can you buy me a car? So,
yes.
So you gotta do some stuff on your own. So by then I was doing forex trading. Then from forex trading I raised something like 1.9. Right. So from there, that was sometime last year, but one. Then 2023, when it came this funny creator thing and so on, we were the first ones to join.
Okay.
So when we joined sometime in March, because it started on the 7th of February.
Okay.
When we joined in March, so I just took $100 from that 1.9 because I was saving. It was my savings, right?
Okay.
So I just took that $100 and just risk it all and everything. Then from there, everything started going well. People were saying it's a scam. Of course, it was a scam at the end of the day.
Yes.
From March, April, May, June, but then I raised something like 6,000.
Wow.
From 6,000, I bought this car. It costed 4.5. Right. Then from 4.5, I didn't pay duty because I did a rebate.
All right.
Where you use a civil servant to pay for the duty. So
okay.
You don't pay for the duty, so you use a civil servant to. Let's say my mom is a civil servant. I use my mom, so you won't pay duty.
Oh, so those are the benefits now of being a civil servant.
So this car will be registered to my mom's name, but it is my car.
All right.
Just for the sake of not paying what? Duty.
Okay.
That's what happened. Then for the rest, the 6,000, from 6,000 from 4.5, that was 1.5, I had to pay this agent to go and collect the car and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that was it. That's how. So because Zara e-creator, vanishing and everything, they say they ran with the money and whatsoever. Of course, we had to cry with others, but
you benefited from it. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that at least you used the money for something positive. Because some people, when they get this type of money, they spend it on stupid things.
Exactly.
And before you know it, you've lost a big opportunity.
Exactly.
But I like that perspective where you're always ready for an opportunity to arise.
Exactly.
And then take advantage of it.
Exactly. And always risk. No risk, no gain.
Right. So in Zimbabwe here, are there any opportunities of really making money?
Well, maybe I haven't found much, but there are opportunities. Because I've seen some of the guys, like for me, I'm doing this InDrive thing on my part-time. There are those guys, you can place an order on InDrive and they'll say, I am a driver, I have these qualifications. I'm just looking for a car. Then, I can pay, you get what I'm saying? I can pay you this so much at the end of the day, at the end of the week, using your car. But at the end of the day, he is getting something as well. So let's say he makes something like $200 a week, right? You can say, I give you maybe $150 per week, then the rest of the money, if it's extra, if it's whatsoever, then it belongs to that person.
Right. So in a nutshell, what you're saying is, I could have a car like this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I come to you and say, look, you do the driving.
You do the driving. Yes.
All I need now is, let's say, $150 a week.
Exactly.
The rest is yours.
The rest is yours. Exactly. So it's just a condition that's there to say, per week you gotta give me this so much. Then if you make something that's way more, it's yours. Then maybe for a week I can give you this one day and say you can work for this day. Then the money that you get for that day is automatically yours.
Okay, so you're saying instead of saying this amount of money is yours, I could say, okay, work for me for 5 days.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then the 6th day is yours.
It's yours.
And then the 7th day we're resting.
We are resting. Exactly. Yes.
Wow.
That's the thing. So,
but now the question is, this InDrive thing,
yes,
are really people making money from InDrive?
Well, I haven't talked to a lot of guys who do that and so forth. But as for me, I would say for me it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, what is fine? Okay, let's define fine.
Okay.
I know you don't have to be very specific. Okay. Yes.
What I define fine is when you see me doing this now and again.
It means it's working.
Something is working, right? So taking into consideration, I can say if I do this InDrive thing, then I get something like $30 after expenses that I put in my pocket for a day.
Per day.
A day.
Right.
So maybe let's say I made $50. I pocket $30 in my pockets.
Yes.
Then $10 is for fuel. Then maybe $5 is for the InDrive thing.
Okay.
Then the $5.
How much does InDrive charge? What percentage do they take?
Okay, they take 10%.
10%. Okay.
For every ride, meaning to say, if you have a ride for $13, like this one, you have to pay them $1.30.
$1.30. Okay.
that's 10%.
Yeah, that's 10%, correct?
$13. So that's the amount they charge. Just because their job is just to find someone for you, then you pick that person. So you have to pay them for finding you.
Yeah, of course. No, that's a fair deal. I mean, that one is a fair deal because they are the ones who came up with the technology.
Exactly.
So that's the charges they are charging you to. Yes. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because in the UK they have a similar thing called Uber.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's good. So, so in a day you could actually make, like, this trip is $13.
It's $13.
You could make 5 trips a day. Easy.
More than 5 trips a day. Especially when it's a weekend, people going out, hanging out.
So obviously this is profitable.
This is profitable.
But then again, now I have to ask you another question.
Yes.
Is it not flooded? Is not a lot of people like doing the same thing?
Right. What I can say is competition brings about quality. We need that competition.
Your positivity is too much now.
We need that competition. I'm just being for it. We need that competition. Of course, it's flooded. You can say there are more than 2,000 cars.
Right, doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing. But there's no way those 2,000 cars can say they can carry everyone at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm here. There are maybe 4 people going different directions from this block. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I can say, no, you guys,
I want them for myself.
Exactly.
Yes, because you're going somewhere else anyway.
Leave it for somebody else. So that competition to say, like, okay, this one here to take this client and so forth. So we just want everyone to, move from one place to another in the nick of time.
It's a quick thing.
It's a quick thing.
Yes, I go on my phone, I want to ride, and then I want to go there and then.
There and then. That's fine.
Okay.
Right.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, I like that perspective of thing, because you see, if I was speaking to someone who's negative, they'll probably say, Shawandiro.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
So there's this other time I heard this other person, they were saying, this thing, Shawandiro, and so forth and so forth.
Yes.
Then I was like, I have my guys, my fellow friends and so forth, saying like, do this thing. I am benefiting from it.
Yes.
Do this thing, right? I'm not saying there's something that I'm just,
Yes.
I'm telling them so that when we both make money, it becomes something that's impressive. To say, we have come here and say drinks on me,
Yes.
food on me, and everything.
Yes.
Not saying per se, don't be
right.
We just need to, upgrade everyone and to the highest level.
So you are good at sharing information. And
I share information. I do.
Wow.
I do.
So, yeah, like I said, you see, like with me, there's an example I always give.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a rainy day.
Yes.
Right? And you're a salesperson, right? It's a rainy day.
Yeah.
A positive person will say, you know what? It's raining.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not going to go out because it's raining.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my chances and continue selling.
Absolutely.
The negative person will say, you know what? It's raining.
Yeah.
I don't want to be wet. I'd rather go out when it's what? When it's sunny.
Exactly.
Who do you think makes the most money then? Of course, the guy who's going out when it's raining.
Exactly.
It's the mindset.
Because it's not always to say when it's raining, people now don't go to work.
Exactly.
Or don't go out and everything.
Exactly.
So there are times somebody can just go out using umbrella, what. And
yes.
Say, no.
No, I like that perspective of life. So generally speaking, I mean, obviously you see this on the ground.
Yeah.
Do you also have guys who are so negative about Zimbabwe per se and how things are in the country?
Well, there are those guys, of course. There are those guys. Like what I was saying, to say, I had to tell my guys, I'm benefiting from this interest thing. You gotta do it if you have a car and so forth. Somebody was like, motor, zvakawandirwa, ko ukasapikwa neparaidhi. It's like,
But you are doing it.
Just try and see what it brings.
Yes.
I am doing it. It doesn't matter to say, because when the only thing that happens is when you think of yourself to say, whenever I go to work, I have to make profit. I have to be on the profit side.
Mm-hmm.
Every business sometimes gets a loss.
Yes.
You can come do this in-drive thing and maybe get maybe $25. Then $5 you pay those in-drive guys. Then you maybe for your fuel you lose something like $20.
Yes.
So for that day maybe you have nothing, which
Yes.
is okay.
Or maybe you've made $5.
You might exactly.
Yes,
You
but
might have
it's something.
It's something. Just keep pushing.
Mhm.
Maybe tomorrow is your lucky day. You don't know. Nobody knows.
So basically, we're saying opportunities don't come while you're just sitting.
Exactly. What are you doing?
Yes, for you to be able to be getting those opportunities. Yes.
I remember telling my brother, this brother of mine, I was like, by then I was just in my school. I was like, wangu chikonpo mara ndina mari shikanzi waitsvaga kupi waitsvaga kupi.
That's a good point, actually.
Waitsvaga kupi. And I was like, wangu wakutoita harafu. But I was like, okay. Why is it you want me to give you money? Why can't you sing it? Ndoita say kuti. Listen.
Right, we are approaching the house of the president.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't want to be in trouble.
Okay.